Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Ann at Martin House Flowers. In today's video, I thought I would just give you a quick update of what spring is looking like in the garden, as well as my grow room, and a little bit of gardening jobs that I did over the last couple of days. Here I am checking how my divided irises are doing. Although the leaves are looking a little bit burnt, I do see some green coming up. And look at those beautiful tulips. My husband said, "Why are you filming mulch?" And I said, "It's not mulch I'm filming. It's all these tulips coming up." Do you guys get excited as much as I do? Do you get really thrilled every time you see these little heads of tulips or daffodils popping up everywhere? There is there's 3 perennial mums that I planted in the fall, and they seem to have eroded a little bit, so I need to cut those back and get those fixed up. So I'm looking for daffodils here. There they are, in between my lavender at the front porch. There they are. It's so exciting. So although we've had nice warm temperatures, it was in the 60s over the weekend, and yesterday we actually hit 70 degrees. The forecast next Monday and Tuesday is in the 20s. Can you believe that? Such amazing weather yesterday. So this was filmed over the weekend, and I'm sure with yesterday's temperature, these tulips and daffodils are even taller now. Maybe they're a whole 2 inches up above the ground. I also planted some tulips here between my hydrangeas. Since I filmed this, I do see tulips coming up, and they are the Darwins. Those are little grape hyacinths that you see. So this is the next day. I didn't film all the jobs we were working on Sunday. My husband and I went and got some bags of compost and topsoil that we use to amend these beds every spring. So he brought the wheelbarrows full. I think we bought almost 30 bags combined, and I went ahead and opened them all up and spread them. Now this bed is full of 250 tulips, and I had already amended the soil with compost last fall, so we didn't add more compost to these 2 beds. But happily, I see lots of tulips coming up, the little red buds coming through the beds. I've never planted tulips in these raised beds before, so I'm really excited to see them come up. These last 2 beds here are for my snapdragons, and I'll show you what they look like. They're very, very small right now. I'm getting a little bit worried about how slow they are. I can't remember how slow they took to grow last year. And that was a pear tree. This is a cherry tree, which I pruned a few days ago, maybe almost a week ago. I'm really thrilled that that job is done, because it's late winter and they haven't woken up yet. You want to prune your fruit trees, and this is our rising red bud that I also gave a very aggressive pruning to, as you can see there. It had a lot of broken branches like red buds do, and it was so easy to know which to trim. Now this rising red bud has suffered some fungal disease, and I'm really hoping that pruning it this late winter has helped it. So we'll see in a few weeks how it does. And there are a bunch of tulips and just random bulbs that I I took from my containers. I had a lot of bulbs in containers last year. This year I only have a couple. So I transferred those bulbs into the ground in the fall. This is a lilac. It's the Proven Winners lilac that repeats blooming, and this is also a Proven Winners forsythia. So I'm looking out for the buds that are swelling, and I'm really considering trimming some of these, cutting some branches and putting them indoors in a vase. Have you guys done that before? I'm thinking this is good timing here. The only issue is that we don't have a lot of sunlight coming through indoors. Our south-facing side is at the front porch, at the front door, at the entryway, and I already have a bunch of plants hugging the windows between the door. So I'm not sure if they will open up if I don't have enough light coming through. So let me know in the comments below if you've done that before. So these are the bloomerang lilacs, I think they're called. I have 2 of them. So now we're over by the greenhouse, and it's such a nice surprise to see tulips coming up because you forget what you planted. Now, I planted these a year ago. This will be the 2nd year of these tulips coming up here. And then we are at the east side, and I'm looking at all the work I need to do. Our neighbor has this giant maple tree that loves to collect and shed its leaves over in this bed. That's their Bali hibiscus. So we're back at the front. I'm just looking at all the work. So yesterday, in the beautiful 70-degree day, I decided to work on pruning my boxwoods. I have 2 of these topiary boxwoods at the side of the house in front of the greenhouse. And sorry, the lighting's not great. But they're not looking very healthy, quite honestly. I didn't bring them into the greenhouse last year. I decided to leave them outdoors to see. It was their 2nd year. Actually, one of them didn't make it last spring, so I replaced one. So they look equally as stressed. So I gave them a very healthy pruning and then fertilized them with some Jack's 20-20-20 slow release fertilizer that you see there in the background. So you'll see in a couple minutes how much I pruned, and I'm really hoping, crossing my fingers, that they get some new growth in a couple weeks. So I also had planted at the base of these boxwoods a bunch of Vinca minor, the periwinkle bloomers, and I obviously didn't believe that they were coming back, so I just pulled them all out. I know I will have a bunch of lobelia that I can plant at the base here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I have several little recycled trays full of lobelia, and when it's time, I think I'm going to plant them underneath these trees. I think that'll look really pretty. Lobelia like to have just partial sun and mostly shade, and I don't really have a lot of shade in my garden, so this gets morning shade and afternoon sun. So I think it'll be a good spot for it. And then hopefully I have enough to also put in smaller containers, which I've been collecting, that are sitting in the greenhouse right now. So here is the finished result. They're definitely still alive, and there's sort of a bald spot on that one. So I'm hoping it recovers. Here's the other one I also gave a very healthy haircut to. I can't wait to see these grow. I'm really hoping. Let me know what you think, if you think those have a chance to survive. So here are my beautiful evergreens that flank the back of our north-facing backyard. This is our beautiful weeping cypress. a big job we finally accomplished. I'm a little embarrassed to say we just took down our Christmas lights on Sunday. It was in the mid, I think it was maybe 61 degrees actually on the weekend, and it was super windy, but between Greg and I, we got all of the Christmas lights taken down, and they're still in our entryway in buckets waiting to go to the basement, but at least that is done. I was embarrassed to be filming in the back when there was still Christmas lights. So this is my Pinky Winky Prime hydrangea. I have two of them in this newly cut bed underneath our crabapple tree, and I also moved and divided a bunch of iris back here, so I'm taking a look to see if I see any life. And I think also I planted some random bulbs in these beds from containers. So I'm now at the front, and I wanted to show how burnt my boxwoods looked. I think they're the Green Mountain. So I trimmed these ones on the right. I sat here with Eddie at my side on the front lawn. Hi. He was having such a pleasant sunbathing session that he didn't even answer me when I would try to talk to him or call out to him. But that's what they look like before I prune them. And finally, at the end of the day, yesterday, I decided to pot up some of my violas. These are Arkwright Ruby on the left here. I only ended up potting up maybe half of this container, this recycled mushroom container, and I ended up with, you'll see, I ended up with almost a full 10 by 10 tray before I was told that I needed to come indoors from playing in the dirt because we had a concert to go to. So I thought I'd give you a little update, a quick tour of the grow room. These are some more violas here on the top shelf. They were potted directly into those 6-cell and 4-cell trays. And these are doing so well. These are my Fama white and blue scabiosa pincushion flower. There's some bee balms planted at the end of February. And there's all the lobelia that I broadcast in these recycled containers. I am definitely potting those up in clumps. I don't know how anyone could hand pick those. That is the Verbena bonariensis and silver drop eucalyptus on the right. Those are the very first seedlings that I ever planted mid-January. And there are all the potted up violas. You can see I have no room. They're sitting on top of a dome of seedlings I started just a few days ago. So I'm glad I checked underneath the plastic wrap. This is a Status pastel mix and Seeker Blue. And then under the dome, I actually have ageratum that we planted together in soil blocks on the 5th of March, and I'm seeing some germination, but it's still really spotty, so I'm putting the dome back on. But that Status right beside it, I just checked, was started on March 7th. There's a container where I pulled out the violas from on the left. I only used up half of it, and I think these violas are ready to go into the greenhouse to free up another shelf. So these are the seeds we did together: some Crispedia, Celosia, Strawflower, Dusty Miller, some basil. Here's some geranium that I potted up or divided from my original 2 trays. They're looking healthy. These are the petunias I did in February 16th, I believe. And then you can see they're doing really well, tiny little seedlings. And then these are the salvia, perennial salvia I did on February 16th. Here I've got some coleus, 2 different varieties. There's Folia Sunset, Mosaic. We did those on the 24th of February. Some older pansies, Coronation Gold that I sowed, and some Potomac Yellow and Pink Snapdragons. Gora is in there. I only see 1 tiny little seedling, so I'm going to keep that lid on that strawberry container. And back here, I have 9 of these trays of Potomac Snapdragons in the back there. And they're still super tiny, and I'm getting a little worried. But in the meantime, my peppers are starting to do really well. They'll need to be potted up soon, and there's more lobelia that you can see there. And that is chamomile in that strawberry container. And then the back, more of the Snapdragons, Potomacs, and I just don't remember them taking this long. They're definitely germinated. I took off all of the plastic wrap, and I have started fertilizing half strength once a week, but they're just so tiny. I don't remember them taking this long. But in any case, the top shelf here, I've got some Salpiglossus. I've got some double cascade pink petunias. And then the one from the challenge, this is Easy Wave Petunia in the blue mushroom. And then I've got Gomphrena. Nothing happening there yet. And then the last of the Snapdragons right behind in those 3 trays. And I caught 1 fungus gnat, the first one in this room. So going past the living room into my kitchen grow lights. And these violas were one of the first ones we did at the end of January. I think they're almost ready to go to the greenhouse to free up space, as I mentioned. And those are the original geraniums we did. They're not going to get potted up. They're going to hopefully stay happy in there. Now these are status that we did February 16th. I've done some more status since then, but those are doing great. And these are Portulaca that I obviously seeded very generously. And I think I'm going to be able to plant those in clumps. Now these are the globe thistle that are super leggy. I'm really worried. They're doing well, but they're leggy. And I don't know whether I should cut them back. I could repot them and bury them a little bit. I'm not sure what I should do. On the left, we have the Sweet William. You can see I didn't get 100% germination, but what did germinate is doing well. So I think that'll end today's video. Just a short update of what the garden is looking like. Late winter, early spring. The greenhouse is a little bit cool in there. It's a rainy day today. I think I'm going to take it easy, give my body a rest. I worked pretty hard in the garden yesterday. So thanks for joining me. I hope you will subscribe and comment. Take care. Bye now.